We ask anyone who's experiencing cold or flu symptoms to get tested. We all get that sense.
Here we go again. We're very lucky here in New Zealand. We just hit alert level 3, which is just below the highest one, alert level 4, but we can still work. So we can work pretty much like normal. We just have to keep a 1 meter distance from each other, wear masks, make sure everyone scans in when they come to site, and yeah, carry on. My apartment building car park was completely full this morning. So the official rule is if you can work from home, you do work from home. Obviously we're builders, so we're allowed to go to work. So the reason I say we're lucky here in New Zealand is because, I mean, the rest of the world, they've had lockdowns for months, and this is our 3rd lockdown, and I think the longest one was about 6 weeks. Always a bit of a worry when this thing happens, because you don't know how long it's going to be for. 3 days at this stage, but you know, who knows. But it could be a lot worse. I mean, I don't have to deal with COVID directly, but purely from a selfish perspective, we're hoping we don't go to level 4, because this is the only bathroom in the house. And if we go to alert level 4, we can't work, and this bathroom won't proceed. So we're hoping we stay at alert level 3 for a while, at least long enough to get this thing going again. This is a self-leveling compound, and underneath it is the underfloor heating, which goes up through a cable in the wall to here, which is where the thermostat will be, and it'll keep your feet warm while you're brushing your teeth. That's it, alright?
Yeah.
If you watched my Makita 40 volt video, you'll know that I'm only borrowing this for like a week, and then I'll be going back to the Festool K-Pets, because we've got a lot of finishing coming out. But while I had the opportunity to borrow it from Makita, I thought, why not take it? So our main goal this week is to get all the stuff inside the kitchen and dining done. Now, unfortunately it involves pulling off plasterboard yet again. This stuff here, that pilo is pulled off. Now the reason he's pulled that off is it's a bracing element, and I've talked about that in other videos. It's basically a plasterboard equivalent of a bracing, and that's the last one, thankfully. So at the end of this beam, which connects to that beam's got a brace in there, and the end of this beam is braced by those 2 ones that you would have seen us do over there. And I'm gonna try and tidy up this window. Well, at least something is open. Didn't have much food at home, and the supermarkets are crazy. So Subway it is. Hi there, how's it going? So what's the procedure?
You need to either do online order or you have to phone order.
Oh, we can't order here?
Yeah, no.
I want the 3 pepper chicken, please.
Foot long or 6 inch?
Foot long. Yeah.
Cheese, cheddar, smoked, mozzarella?
Smoked, thank you. I'm looking at the guy through the window. What's that?
Toasted or fresh?
Toasted, thank you.
Just a minute, I'll call you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm like watching the guy through the window as he's ordering this. Alright. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Take care.
You have to. I can text you my
Your number?
yeah, my license number.
So we've been plodding along, doing the jib, doing the little bits around the windows. Pretty much trying to finish everything inside. We've got the floor sander coming next week, so we want to get it to a point where we can go outside and he can finish what's going on around the kitchen. And luckily the merchants are still open because we need to buy some pretty select timber trims. You know, this is an old house. And luckily they still make that stuff, it's just not at your regular merchants. And the one that we need to get it from is still open, thankfully. Ooh, left it on too long again. Boiling the water is supposed to help not burn the coffee. But then it takes a lot less time on the cooker. One of the tasks that were weighing heavy on my mind on the inside of here is this wall here. This wall was like horribly out of level, and we knew that we needed to make this corner level to hold these beams. So I was concerned that when we try to tie the two walls into each other, we're going to have issues. We've made these packers 20mm to match the top of the wall up there, and then we've tapered in this packer to link up with the wall, so it's out of level like that. And then we've brought it level here, and it's definitely level here. And that should look pretty good. Let's chuck some jib on now. The good thing is, as you can see, we've got wainscoting up to this height, sort of waist height on the wall, and we're continuing that around here, around this corner, and finishing it at the door. And what used to be there was the laundry door. You probably might not remember that. So we're trying to make it look like the laundry door was never there. One thing that I like to do when I'm joining from old to new is I like to cut back the old a little bit more than is necessary. See, there's about 100mm over onto the sarking. This is our new frame, and the reason for that is the new frame is H1.2 pine, and it's got some packers on it to bring it up to the line, and the old frame is sarking on native timbers, very different timbers. So if we can get the plasterboard over and onto the old stuff, you're not going to have that difference of movement because it's sharing both timbers. Less chance of cracking, basically, is the easy way to say it. And these screws are longer so they can go through the plasterboard and through the packers. And then from the left side, we're like 80 tight. Alright, it's moment of truth. What do you think? Is that straight or what? I think that's pretty straight. 20mm packer, lines up pretty well. An old builder I used to work with used to say a good plasterer will fix that. Still a little bit uncertain, the whole COVID thing. I'm keeping an eye on my phone because hopefully we go down, or at least just stay at level 3, because level 4 means no work at all, which means no kitchen, no bathroom. It depends on these tests I think they're doing. There's like 3 people in one house that have it, and they don't know where they got it from, so they're testing all the other people that they're connected with, and when those test results come back, they're gonna hopefully have some news. Just picked up some materials from the merchant, and it was very busy. As soon as I opened the gates, the place was full, and just as I was leaving, driving past, there were 4 or 5 cars out the front of the gate waiting to drive in. We find out whether we go up a level today, and maybe that's something to do with it. People are getting enough materials to keep themselves busy during a full lockdown. Looks like our weather's definitely improved. So think about living on an island in the middle of the ocean. One day it's pouring with rain and the next it's beautiful and sunny. Our inspection passed as well in the bathroom. That means the tiler can start tomorrow. So we're well on track to having a working bathroom again. Alright, couple of wedges. What size? Another thing we need to do is the ceiling up here, the big hole. We created a big hole when we took the old kitchen out. And that hole is because the ceiling was a different kind of ceiling in there. Now we've got this open space, we have to tie it all together and make it look like one big ceiling that was always like that. But the issue is, these are timber battens, native 10mm thick timber battens that are about that wide. So you can't pick that up off the shelf.
We'll be going out shortly. We have received notification this morning of 2 additional cases around existing 3 community cases. They are both students.
It's not very nice. No, it is, it's the disrespect. That's what gets me. Now because we have that issue with the native timber that we can't buy, we have to put some sort of timber there. We can't put plasterboard because we have to join the two. So we have this 9mm plywood. And it's got quite a smooth surface, so once it's painted it should be sweet.
There's a few blemishes on the side, but
yeah, there's holes and shit.
let's go up, mate. I'm good.
The ply seems to be a good solution. Just got to bulk the joint a little bit. And one thing that we have to do is see these spaced out battens. They come all the way down the hallway. And previously, all of this was walled off at the end of the hallway. A wall going straight across there, wall here. The battens continue into what used to be the bedroom. Now the wall ruins the spacing of the kitchen. We just follow these centers all the way through. It won't work, it won't match up. So we've got to probably take off another one of these and then slowly creep them until they match. But that'll be in the next exciting episode. This is where we're ending it here. I'm excited, Pato's excited. Thanks for watching another exciting episode.
Has agreed that as of midnight tonight, Auckland will drop down to alert level 2. As you've heard, there will be some exceptions for those who are connected.
Well, that's a reason to drink.
Once again, community